Well, now you know that the market is down only when you think that it's down. Well, the Sarafs from Delhi have been looking to buy a property purely from an investment point of view, but the fear of further dip in prices has been holding them back. That's when we stepped in to help them identify a property that will hold out in the long run.
Investment in property has always been a long-term proposition for most of us, and the Sarafs from Delhi are no different. So much so that they are a regular investor in the realty market. They are planning yet another investment, but this time the slowdown in the market has made them more specific about what they want.
Right now I'm looking for some decent residential property, a long-term investment. I want to convert it into service apartments.
For a budget of 60 to 70 lakhs, Anup wants to invest in an apartment in the South Delhi area. It should also be spacious enough to be turned into a comfortable serviced apartment. Secondary market was an option, but Anup realized his strong negotiating skills could fetch him a good deal even if he approached a builder directly. So real estate joined him in his quest for striking the right deal. The first step was to check with our expert if the primary market could offer what Anup was looking for.
Because this market is slow, there are less buyers in the market and only users are there. And builders also want to make their cash flow steady. They are offering free parking or white goods or some discounted in the price also.
With the expert's nod, we continued our search together with Anup. Among the localities that we checked out, Malviya Nagar was a bit beyond his budget, and properties in Lajpat Nagar would have been difficult to turn into serviced apartments. So we finally zeroed in on an apartment near Saket.
I have finalized one deal also at a 10% discount on the prevailing market prices which were prevailing since last 2-3 months. So I got a good deal.
Anup's success in landing a decent bargain proves yet again that be it a resale property or a fresh one, the mantra is to make the most of the slump in the market.
Now that's an investment that's sure to hold out in the long run. We can help you as well in your quest for property. All you need to do is send us an SMS, type real, leave a space, send it to 59995. Of course, write your name, address and the kind of property you're looking for, and we'll be happy to step in to help you identify the right property. You can of course send us an email as well at realestate@utvi.com. We tell you how incentives work but with a bit of caution, and a look at small towns that are making a mark in the world of realty. That's when we return. Well, goodies and early bird incentives have always been there in the Indian real estate market, but of late we see far more of them. Now, is this a sign of a slowdown or is the industry becoming more consumer friendly? We decided to take a look at these value additions and see what's the truth behind them and what works for you.
Smart interiors, pre-EMI benefits and even flat discounts. These are some of the incentives that are now being offered by builders to attract investors to their projects. One such investor is Rajiv Singhal. His search for a house in Ghaziabad took him to builders who were ready to offer more than what he was paying for.
Like one builder told me that we'll give you free parking. Another builder told me that he will give 4% discount. And like that, all the builders were offering different kind of incentives. And, in the process, I got totally confused.
Rajiv's isn't an isolated case. Buyers across the country are now dealing with builders who've clearly cottoned on to the concept of tying property up with tangible gifts, easy payment plans and cost cuts. For instance, while a house in Parsvanath Preston means no EMI until possession, the same in certain BPTP and Gore Sons projects means a 2-year EMI holiday. Experts feel these measures are aimed at combating an evident slump in the market.
Market is slow, there are less buyers in the market and only users are there, and builders also want to make their cash flow steady. They are offering free parking or white goods or some discounted in the price also.
And yet, claim incentives on property are simply a sign of a competitive market and not a weakening one. So how does a buyer evaluate the real worth of any incentive? Experts suggest an easy way out.
I think the only way to do it is to compare a given project which was launched 6 or 9 months back and what the price was at that point, and what are the further incentives being offered today, and that really defines what the true incentives are.
Also, it's mostly mid-sized developers who are pushing the discount strategy to raise end-user demand, so be sure of the concerned builder's track record. A verbal assurance is often the same as no assurance, so get the details documented the moment a promise is made. Beware of builders who try to offset discounts by adding expenses at the time of possession. And if the deluge of incentives is still making it difficult for you to make a property decision, simply do what Rajiv did.
What I considered was the location of the flat and the neighborhood. And third was the capital appreciation aspect. And on top of that, that was the icing on the cake, that incentives.
So while it may be a good idea to reap the benefits of incentives, it's important not to lose sight of your actual requirements and make a decision based on the inherent merits of a property.
And now it's over to our legal expert Sujoy Kumar, who will answer all your questions in our segment Property Matters.